Hello and welcome everybody to the next episode of Space Engineers. Last time we did a whole lot of work. We added the whole conveyor system, which links our drills with the cargo bay and with the reactors and with the ejector system. So there's two things we need to add before the ship actually can fly. The first one is thrusters. So these things will actually make the ship move. You need these so it can actually move in any direction. So to place these we need large steel tubes, construction components, steel plates and thruster components. Let us see. We have construction components, steel plates and large tubes. We all have that. But there's a little problem, because thruster components, they require platinum ingots. But lucky us, if you saw the first episode, we actually found that we have platinum on our own home asteroid, and a lot of it seems, actually. So we're gonna gather some. Where was it? I think it was, yeah, down here. Excellent. There we go. We just get a whole inventory full of platinum. Because the thing is, you know, each material has a different conversion rate, I think I would call it. Let's say if you have the same amount the same amount in liters of iron and platinum, you will get a much more iron out of the same amount than you would, for example, get of platinum. So this makes platinum not only much more rarer, but even if you find it, you will not get as much out of it. So yeah, good thing is that platinum you only need it for a few things. For example, yeah, these thruster components, which are actually quite important, but they don't need as much platinum. They only need like a few ingots. So now we have our inventory almost full with platinum. Let us return. There we go. And go to our refinery. See, we have 10 tons. Where is it? Refinery. There we go. You can see how little the conversion is. If we, for example, do we have some iron? No, let's get some stone. You see, stone is not only much faster, but it gives us a ton. This was 1 ton of stone, which gives us almost pretty much 1,000 a ton of gravel. So it's almost 1-to-1. And here it's a lot less, actually. You can see it. But as I said, luckily you don't need as much. You see, we can already produce some thruster components. You see, we need 0.04. So at the moment I can make 10 of those, which I'm gonna do. I think, yeah, why not? Let's make 10. That should be enough, I think. We'll see. So, oh, I forgot to take them with me. The tubes, we need those. And we also need construction components, that's right. So, now, the thing is, where do we place these thrusters? Basically, if you want your ship to be able to move in every direction, you have to place thrusters in every direction. So, at this side, so at the back, let me just build a little... oh, damn it. Steel plates, missing. You should always have steel plates on you, it seems. So yeah, let me just build a little platform, so to speak. Let's do it like... Actually, oops! I want these to be white! This. And now we will put 4 thrusters at the back. The amount of thrusters you build actually determines how fast your acceleration is. It will not affect your max speed. That's important to know. So just because you put 300 thrusters at your back end of your ship, it doesn't mean you can go faster than a ship that only has 1 thruster. It means you will reach that max speed a lot faster than the other ship. Alright, so we have 4. And what I always do, I always put like the same amount of thrusters at the opposing side. So this means I will put 4 thrusters on here as well. But now I have to be a bit careful, because thrusters have a very special thing. Let me just give you a little visual demonstration. I'll delete these blocks later, but... there we go. If you place a thruster, if you accelerate and it goes at full speed, the thruster will actually damage blocks that are behind it. Because, you know, flames and shit. And the destruction, if I remember correctly, is 3 blocks. So, like this, it would not damage this block, but if I would, for example, build it like this, it would actually damage this block here. So you need to be a bit careful with your thruster placement. Because there's a lot of people that try to hide the thrusters, like inside the ship. I don't like that at all, actually. So that doesn't really work most of the time, because, yeah, you need to have a lot of free space in front of it. And the thing is, I want to place them here, but I'm not sure. I think they might actually damage the drills. Well, we'll see. I'm not sure. Because I know they go 3 blocks wide is the destruction, but I don't know if it goes... Oops. If the destruction only goes in a straight line, or if it goes up and down as well. That I don't know. I haven't tested that so far. But I guess we're gonna find out. We're gonna... After we finish the ship, we're gonna fly around a bit and see if our thrusters are getting burned up. Let me get in here. Actually, yeah, let's totally do that. There we go. Let me just do a little thing. Let me get into the cockpit here. It's actually very cool. You can see on the bottom right side, you can see how many thrusters you have. So, yeah, you will actually see if you bump into something and you lose a thruster, you will actually be able to notice it if you pay attention. But I wanted to do something else. I wanted to activate center of mass, exactly. This is cool. So you can see from the weight-wise, where's the center of mass for your ship. This is actually sometimes very important if you build ships. So if you want to have your center of mass exactly at the middle of your ship or wherever you want to have it, this is actually very useful. You can see it from this distance, but there we go. So at the moment it's actually pretty central where the drills are, where we build our like cross structure. I think that's fine. If I build a bit more steel plates at the back end, actually it will come a little to the back under the pilot seat, maybe that would be good. Yeah. How many thrusters have we built yet? 8, so we technically need a bit more. I want at least to have one up, one down, one left and one right, so we need 2 more. There we go. So now let's... where should we build it? Let's do this. Like this. One on this side. I really do recommend building them symmetrical. I think it, as far as I know, it makes your ship much easier to control. If you place them like all over the place asymmetrically, I think the ship will get pretty wonky at times. So might want to be careful with that. There we go. So now one at the down direction. Where do I want that? Actually, I think here, this would be very good, right here. Yes. And then I try to place it... Oh, that won't work. That's unfortunate. Oh well, it will work. I mean, up and down are the ones that you won't use that much, I suppose. Let me build it here. So, yeah. So now that means our ship has 4 in the back, 4 at the front, 1 at each side, left and right, and 1 up and 1 down. Which actually means forward and backwards will move or will accelerate the fastest. So that's why it's always also very good if you have the same amount at the front and the back, because if you have a ton at the back, you will accelerate really fast, and then if you try to slow down, you'll actually have quite a long time to slow down. So yeah. So can we fly our ship now? Yes and no. If we would get in and try to fly it, we could only move with our WASD keys, and we couldn't use the mouse control. If you want to use the mouse control, which I definitely do, we need to add something else. A thingy that is called the gyroscope. Looks like this is like a little ball thingy. And you just need to add at least one of these at your ship. And if you add those, you'll actually be able to control the ship with your mouse, so you can make a bit more smoother turns and such. So yeah, as I said, you need at least one, but I have read if you add more, the ship will be more responsive. But for a mining ship, I think 1 will be enough. So technically, this thing should be ready to fly. It doesn't look very good, but we can take care of that after the fact. So let me press Y to activate the reactors. Okay, reactors are running. We have 600 kilowatts. And now if I press space, we should rise up. Yes! Okay, shift will let us go down. Good. Then A to the left, D to the right, S to the back, and A to the front. Okay, I think that is very good. You can also change camera perspective while in this cockpit if you press V. You can actually see your ship. As you can see, the flames with the thrusters, that's pretty much 3 blocks length. So you have something behind that, the flames will burn it off. Oh yeah, that reminds me, let's check on our drills. If these are damaged. Let's see. No, it doesn't seem like it actually. Huh. So it's just 3 straight ahead. Oh, I think the big thrusters actually damage blocks even above and below it, I think. I have never used big thrusters. I never built a ship that big. So yeah, also these things can actually kill players, so don't stand behind the ship if it's about to take off, it will kill you. So the next thing we want to test, we want to test our drills, obviously. So to do that, I normally do it like this, press I, and then go to Control Panel. This pretty much shows us everything that we build on the ship, everything that is like you can do something with. So here we have our drills, ejectors, gyroscope, cargo container, reactors, and thrusters. So what you can do is you can select all these by shift and clicking the one at the top and the one at the bottom, and then you can assign these to a group. So this is for the drill system, and you save it, and then you have it up here. So every time you click on that, you select all of these. And why is this important? Because now you can press G, go to groups, and there is the drill system. Now you right click on it, and then it will add it to the toolbar, and then you can say what you want to toggle if you press that button. So for example, we want to toggle on off. So every time I press 1, it will toggle the system on or off depending on what state it is. Let's try that. Yes! Excellent! It works! So also very important, at the bottom right you can see power usage, the percentile number there. This shows you how much percent of the reactor's output of these 600 kilowatts are used. So for example, if I fly straight, it uses about 22%. If I make a turn like this, it almost uses 40%, and if I'm braking to and I want to slow down to a stop, it uses at peak 50%. So that's very good. If you have not enough reactors, it will actually say overload sometimes. And this means your ship systems will not all be powered. So this can be quite dangerous. For example, it could happen that on a big ship, if you like do a tight turn and use all your thrusters, that might mean, for example, your guns won't work because they don't receive power. Something like that. Or it could mean if you fire all your guns, your thrusters won't work anymore. So I always make sure that I have enough reactors on my ship, but I mean, if you're short on parts, it might be a little bit more risky. But yeah, so now let me do the same we did with drills. So we'll do these with the ejectors as well. Ejector system. Okay. And then we add it as well. Toggle on off. So you always, before you go to mining, always check if the ejector system is off. Because if you don't, it will actually start to pour out your cargo while you're mining. It's not very good. Which actually I think you need to, let me see, ejectors. Yeah, you need to also select this one, collect all and throw out. Because if you don't select these, it will actually not eject the cargo when you want to. So now I have the system off, that's good. So we can actually try and mine something. Let us do that. Let me go back into this perspective. I love flying things from this perspective. I don't know. This might be a bit more clear for navigation purposes, but I don't know, I like flying this perspective. Where is platinum? Oh, yeah, I need to add something to the ship after we're done with our test here. Let us just mine some iron. Activate the drills! Alright, and then you just pretty much fly into the thing. You see, these things are quite destructive. So if you would would have tried to make a hole of this size of our hand drill, we've been there for hours, I tell you. You can also see in the bottom right the fuel time. It's skipping around a bit. It's dependent on your power usage, of course, but at the moment it's about, I could about mine 2 days straight without having to recharge, so yeah, that's good. So let's see, in this short time we have collected, about 30 tons of iron. So you see, these ships are quite effective, quite efficient. There we go. So I think test successful. You can see there's still some little bits flying around here and there. The drills are not perfect. They will not suck up everything, but actually they will suck up most of it. So yeah, it's way better than having to collect everything by hand, believe me. So let's return to our platform. There we go. Okay. Let me think what I want to do next. I think what I want to add, there's something I want to add now, another component. It's not necessary, but I just noticed that it might be useful. And what I want to add is a ore detector. Yes, the same thingy we have on our drill, just a little bit better. So I want to add that at our front here, like in the middle. Right here. Let's make it white, obviously. Wait, doesn't that work? Damn it! Well, then we'll do like this. I don't care. There we go. Oh, yeah, detector components, of course. I think these also need platinum, so detector components, yeah, detector and thruster components. These are the only two things at the moment that use platinum, actually. Oh, and missiles. Yeah. Some point in time we're gonna experiment with those. Oh, haven't I? Have I not taken the component? Ah, silly me. Always producing things and never taking them with me. There we go. There is the ore detector. So yeah, now the next important thing actually is, now we have the thing in our cargo and now we can drop it, but we need, as I said before, we need something to actually catch it. So we need to build that next. This would be a collector. There it is. This thingy. The yellow part must be up, like this. And then we have to connect it to the assembler, or at least it would be very intelligent if we do. Because then we could drop it and it will be automatically available to our assembler refinery. To do that, we probably need to have some conveyor system, and there is exactly that. We use these for our small ship, but you can't use these for stations and large ships. You have to use these conveyor tubes. I think you can also use these for small ships, but I'm actually not sure what the difference is. Oh well. There we go. So what we want to do like a little tube line that goes a bit out here and then up, and then we'll put a collector up there, so we can fly over it with our ship and easily drop the cargo into it. So we'll probably put like 1, 2, I don't know, 3, and then put up and up. Then we put the collector on top, like this. And now... Oh, we need steel tubes and motors. Oh yeah, we need a lot of those. And what else? Construction components and steel plates. Let me... Yeah, we need a lot of construction components. Let me make some. And also small steel tubes. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, motors. My short-term memory is sometimes a bit weird. There we go. So I could add bulletproof glass to these to make them a bit more sturdy, but you don't really need to. I'm a bit short on construction components. And I need more steel tubes. Here we need also steel tube, computers and display as well. Okay. Yes, displays and computers. Some more steel tubes. Like this. Oh, I think I want to add something else actually. Let me remove that, because I want to add a little cargo container in between the collector and the assembler. Because... where is the cargo? Interior plating. Damn it. Because if I think the collector actually doesn't have a large inventory. And if I connect the collector to the assembler, it will automatically, it can deposit like materials inside here, but it cannot put ores in here. So I want to just have to like a little buffer storage, like right there, for like raw material. I think that's a quite good idea. So we're gonna add a small cargo container right here. Oh god, we need a lot more construction components. Sheesh. Let's do just like 1,000 of those. And more interior plating, I think. Yep, even more interior plating. Something is cluttering up my inventory. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's the motors. Oh no, maybe it's the 700 steel plates I carry around with me. Go figure. There we go. Computers, yeah, 10 more steel tubes. And construction components, which are in the making. So this is already now connected to the cargo container, so that's why it's yellow. 11. Come on, produce faster. This is also on a like a times 10 multiplier, the construction speed of this thingy. So yeah, if you put it on realistic, it will take so much longer. This might be enjoyable in some situations, but I don't have the patience. So yeah, it's finished, so let's test it out actually. Let me get up here. And so I think here it would be quite useful to actually use this perspective, because you don't want to bump into, you know, the collector. You can move the camera like this if you're holding the Alt key, and you just move around your mouse, and you can zoom in and out of your mouse wheel. So let's get a good side view here. Also have to be a bit careful with my thruster here, so I don't actually damage the the collector. There we go. I think that's good. Let me check from the top. Yeah, I think that is fine. Okay, let's activate the ejectors. Yes! Let's watch it from up close. Beautiful. This will take a while now. So yeah, it's not the fastest system, but it works. If you want this to be a little faster, you just need to have more ejectors basically. It will fix the problem. So I could add actually 2 more rows of ejectors here. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. But yeah, these go now into here, basically. Oh, it's already 15 tons, so it's half of it is already out. Not too bad. And now I can actually access this small cargo container from here and put the iron wherever I want it to have. There we go. So yeah, we got our basic mining set up. Actually, what I like to do, because let's say you add like 10 more cargo containers to this system, it can get quite complicated to see which container is which if you want to have like a sorting system. So what you can do is, if you access your system, you can go to control panel, you see everything that is connected to your station here. For example, this small cargo container is the one we added, and you can give these a name. So I can say this is cargo buffer or something. Collector buffer. Something like that. And yeah. So if you have like a complicated storage system, just so you can actually keep a good look out over it. It has finished! Very well. Good. Let me see. The ore detector on this is actually so much better than the one you have on your drill. It has, I think the wiki said it has a range of about 70 meters. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. So yeah. Yeah, not bad. So, even though our ship is technically finished, I am not happy with it at the moment. It looks a bit shitty. So what I'm gonna do next time, I think, let me just do this. Next time I'm gonna add some more, I think, decoration to it. Like more armor blocks to cover up like the reactors. I don't want to have these in the open, because you know, technically, if you're getting attacked, you don't want to have your most vulnerable ship part right in the open, right? Same goes for things like the conveyor system, or at least like the ejectors, etc, etc. So I'm gonna do this, then I want to add some other useful stuff to it, like lights. And I want to try something else actually that I've seen recently that I couldn't try yet. So yeah, next time will be a bit more shipbuilding, I suppose. But I think we accomplished a good thing today. We finished our first ship. There we go. So yeah, guys, I'll see you on the next episode of Space Engineers. Until then, have a good one.